Really think that's so weird. All right. Anyway, welcome to another Weebaholic podcast. Let's get it. Let's go. Today, special guest. Introduce yourself, man.
What's going on, man? It's your boy One Take Big Dog here. Just call me Big Dog the Diesel though.
Okay. Thank you for coming on. Before we get into the episode, you guys remember to go follow Anime Instagram at Anime_Again Show. Go follow the TikTok at Anime_Again Show. You can find our platforms on Anime_Again Show on all podcasting platforms. Go follow my co-host ISOB.Lens and RGap2. And we are getting to the episode. So you are one of the up and coming TikTokers I've seen in the last probably year or so. But I gotta ask you, how did you get into anime?
October 98.
I wasn't even born yet. I was born in 03. I was in 03.
03?
Yes.
Make me feel old. I was born in 93.
Dang.
I was Toonami. Dragon Ball Z was the first anime I saw.
Right.
I think it had like the 4 o'clock block then. That's when Toonami came on at like 3. Dragon Ball Z would come on at like 4, and I think Sailor Moon actually came on at like 4:30 or 5, somewhere around there. So ever since back then you didn't know it as anime. Yeah, so it was just like, oh man, I like this show, and like I remember watching the first episode. So like I've been there since like the very beginning of Dragon Ball Z, and it's remained my favorite ever since. And I go back and it's one of those things. It and Yu Yu Hakusho I rewatch every single year.
And this is crazy or whatever, but since like I got into anime pretty late, like 2017, so a lot later than you or whatever. But I feel like for me at least, I try to watch a DBZ because my co-host, he's been on it since he was a little child too. It's one of those, I feel like if you didn't grow up on that, it wasn't your first view, I feel like it's really hard to get into when you're like a little older. I personally, especially if you're not really like big into like fighting or whatever, or fighting's not really like your favorite genre, because for me it's like fighting or whatever. But like I do give the DBZ respect, because like if it wasn't for DBZ and Pokemon and a little bit of Yu Yu Hakusho, we wouldn't have anime in Western, like in America or Canada, like on this side. So, all right, my next question for you is, so after you discovered DBZ, what was that next anime that just like, because you know, that gateway, like what broke the gateway? Like what was that one anime you were like, all right, bet, now it's time to go binge more?
I can't really say, but I mean, I probably the closest second, like I said, would probably be Yu Yu Hakusho.
Okay.
Because it was a weird time, because you had Toonami, which always like you have to watch whatever was on Toonami. That was your only gateway.
No Hulu, no Netflix yet.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So for me, it was Gundam Wing, G Gundam, Sailor Moon, Inuyasha, Trigun, Cowboy Bebop, Yu Yu Hakusho, like Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z. Like and Rurouni Kenshin as well. Yeah. All of those are like forever one, like some of my favorites.
Yeah, I just recently started Yu Yu Hakusho, and like I hear a lot of like mostly it's everybody gives like a 9.5 to 10 out of 10. But I know some kids like with my era, gen, or whatever, and complain about the animation. I'm like, dude, it came out in 92. Like, well, who cares? Like the story. The dub is even the dub. Like I like watching sub anyway, but I think the dub is still pretty good. Like it's something you can watch. The dub is pretty good. Probably one of the
dub is probably it's definitely one of the best. I'd say Dragon Ball Z and Yu Yu Hakusho have the best dubs. I consider Yusuke the best like MC in anime, and like all of anime is not even like close to me. But like like Yu Yu Hakusho a classic.
Yeah, for sure. So like I want to ask, what made you really get into like anime TikTok? Like, was it like because of, you know, everybody was home because of COVID at one point or whatever? Was it that, or were you already on it before COVID? Like, what got you to make TikTok videos for anime?
This is crazy, because it wasn't necessarily that. Like, it was just, I was just making TikToks. Like, like whatever I'm interested in, that's what I make TikTok on.
Right.
And so it was a Luffy video in which I was, this was like before like we really got deep into Wano. I was saying like there is no way Luffy should be Kaido.
Oh no, for sure. I agree.
So And that video pretty much took off.
Yeah.
And then it was another video right after that where I was saying, oh, my bad, I'm getting a call.
Yeah, you good.
Let me decline it real quick.
You got
well, yeah, I was hold on. Oh yeah, I was talking about Blackbeard and Roger and the similarities between the two, and how everybody always talk about Luffy and Roger. I'm like, well, Blackbeard is more pirate-like. I feel like Roger had more of a pirate spirit, and Luffy kind of like seems like just like a main character, a protagonist. Yeah. And so that video took off because obviously people don't like Blackbeard. They want to disagree. So
I mean, people don't like. You might not like him, but he's a great villain. He's probably he's. I
don't even call him. He's definitely an antagonist.
Yeah, definitely. I know for sure. I mean, he's straight Black Air Force energy. So that's kind of what. So after that video, you just kind of like took off. That's basically what you're saying.
It just continued and continued, and like people want to hear more takes on anime. So I'm like, cool, because I didn't know about like how TikTok has like certain sections. I didn't realize how big the anime section was.
Yeah, like you got a section of like Instagram model, OnlyFans girls, and you got like sports.
Yeah, and I'm often there too. Yeah, I'm often
we see you be shooting them. We be seeing you. So if you were to give like a downside of like TikTok to like what you do, like what do you think is the most annoying part about making videos? Like I know it's probably fun. Is it like the comments? People get pressed about stuff like that? Like
probably the comments. The comments. And like since it's on the internet, nobody actually like has like nobody thinks. People like forget you're an actual person, and like they just automatically
they just come at you for like for over anime, like that you're not even paid for. That's like
people. People like attack like my dead relatives and stuff, and it's like, oh, okay. I used to get super mad. I used to like do whatever I could to like find people addresses and stuff, but like now I'm like, I never see these people. Yeah, like, I never see them. I just block people now.
Yeah, just hit that block button, keep moving. Because at the end of the day, they cared enough to comment on your post.
So yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So all right, so I'm gonna ask you, like, what do you think? Now we're gonna get more into like the anime. Well, give me 4 old animes you think are overrated.
4?
Yeah, 4 overrated animes.
Oh man. Okay. Let me really think. The first one is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood for sure.
Man, people get pressed. I watched it, right, and it was just like it was good, but it wasn't. Everybody says 10 out of 10. I'm just like, it's okay, it's good, it's decent. Listen,
yeah, it's one of those ones where like I recommend somebody to watch, but I didn't care for it.
Yeah.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
I just picked up JoJo's. I actually kind of like it. I'm not like 10 out of 10, but it's like 6 out of 10 for me right now. Because each part is so different. So I feel like it depends on which part you're talking about.
True. Well, I don't know, something about it. I just can't get into it.
Right.
Dr. Stone.
No, I saw that TikTok. I gotta argue. Okay, why don't you like Dr. Stone?
Man, Dr. Stone is incredibly boring to me. Like the certain action scenes. I don't like action scenes where it's like it's punch and then it's just like a still and like you just zoom in or zoom out. I hate.
Do you think the concept of the show is cool? That kind of like going back in time and trying to. I think the concept of it is cool. I watched season 1 and 2. Season 2 was boring. I will agree with you, but I think the concept I like it. Like it's kind of a different type of shonen. I think that's.
Oh, it's definitely different, but a lot of times different don't always mean.
Yeah, You're right.
And last, I would probably say any sports anime ever.
Kuroko no Basket,
any.
Okay.
Any. I absolutely hate
honestly, sports animes are just shonen with like a volleyball or basketball. Like, that's why I just don't really think of them like. It's supposed to be kind of over the top type of thing.
Yeah, and I don't know, it's like somebody who plays sports, like it kind of bothers me.
Yeah,
because I don't know why I can't separate. I can separate everything else from like anime, like in reality, but like when it comes to like sports anime, it's like
it's probably
I'm
because
stuck in my ways.
It's probably because, especially if you play a long time or you just know, right? Like it's just like it's annoying. Like a dude shooting from the other side of the bat. Like I forgot the green haired kid or whatever. I don't remember anime characters' names like that. But the green haired kid shooting from the other side of the basket backwards. I'm just like, really?
Yeah,
really?
that annoys me.
I got one sports anime for you. I think that would be decent. Like it's kind of a Horror no Sora. The manga came out in 03, but it just got an anime adaptation. It's one of the most realistic animes I've ever seen, like basketball animes. It's like 50 episodes. You should check it if you need some, if you was ever like need something just to watch. It's decent.
What was the name again?
A Horror no Sora.
A Horror no Sora.
Yeah, it's basketball. It just came out late 2019.
Okay.
So, all right, that's your 4 overrated. Give me 4 underrated. We'll be positive. 4 underrated.
Ooh, 4 underrated. First is I think this is pretty easy. Fire Force. I don't feel like Fire Force gets enough credit at all.
It's okay.
Oh man, I really feel like Fire Force like top tier, like new gen anime.
Yeah, it's top tier. Yeah, it's top tier for sure. I think it's a new gen, great new gen.
The Rising of the Shield Hero.
Yeah, that's the only isekai I like. So yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was really good. I'm gonna go backwards a little bit. G Gundam. Nobody ever talks about G Gundam. Have you ever seen G Gundam?
I didn't like it, but
Oh man. See, underrated. And probably Trigon.
Okay. All right, that's your 4 under. All right. So now I want to get you to the One Piece community, because that's kind of where, like, I'm not gonna say you speak about it like mostly, but like you do talk about it a lot.
Yeah.
So who do you think is the most like overrated character now? So, like, Shanks. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Explain why.
I feel like I think, and it's mainly became from like honestly like TikTok, because like at first I was really cool with Shane's character. Then you really started just like dissecting stuff. And you start reading like other sources on stuff like the One Piece data books of Vivicar's or like Ace's story.
Yeah.
Like both of those books. You start reading all that stuff, you just kind of like, Shanks is strong. I always tell people like Shanks is definitely strong, but the way people have him set in their mind, I'm like, bro, he's not that. And there's so much information that tell you he's not that. Right. Well, like nobody ever wants to listen.
I did that for the start of the third act of Wano. I forgot if they showed his bounty or I don't think they did. Right? They didn't show.
Yeah, they showed it.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen it yet. So, I'm gonna guess. Don't spoil it. But I'm gonna guess it's probably on the same level with Big Mom's and Kaido, or it's gonna maybe. I feel like it's a little lower because I don't think he's there. I don't think he's stronger than them. I don't. So I think he's probably a little lower than that, but maybe a little higher than Blackbeard, because I think he's maybe a little stronger than Blackbeard, and has a little more clout just because he's been around longer. But I could see why Shanks is, because it's like he's made one appearance like in 15 years or 2 appearances in 15 years, and we're talking about him. But I think I think the thing about One Piece is the lore of the mystery. I think that's why a lot of people love it so much. But I was gonna say Ace. I think Ace is kind of overrated.
Oh, definitely.
Because it's like he didn't really do that much. Like it was emotional to see Luffy break down like that, but Ace himself dying wasn't really like that sad. But I was sad for Luffy because of the trauma, but I wasn't sad because of Ace, because he kind of was a dumbass. He wouldn't keep it up.
Yeah, for sure. I think even during that arc, you get more connected to Whitebeard, because only thing you know about Ace is like, the most interesting stuff about Ace is that he's Roger's son. Like everything else.
And you learn a little bit about him in Wano. Like I think there's a theory that he might have joined Kaido's fight. There was a theory about maybe like a long time ago that he could have joined the what is it? The Beast Pirates.
The Beast Pirates.
Yeah, there was like a theory going around.
You will see why that's a theory, but it's not because why you think like it's not because like it would have been like the same scenario with Luffy, where like Kaido just pretty much would have tried to break Ace's will.
Break his will type of thing. Yeah. So okay, who do you think is the most underrated character in One Piece?
Wow, there's a couple underrated. I mean, obviously, I would say Blackbeard, just because like it's one of my favorite. And like nobody gives him any credit. They don't.
Everybody acknowledges Blackbeard's going to be the follow-up villain though.
But I think they only do that because of the Devil Fruits. I'm talking like pre-Devil Fruits. Everybody was just like, oh, he was never actually strong. He was strong because of Devil Fruits. I'm like, you read anything about the guy, it clearly said like, yo, he was holding.
He was in Rogers. He was in Rogers. He was in Rogers' pirate crew in his prime. He had to be some type of strong. In his prime, like I think not Roger. I mean Whitebeard. Yeah. That's what I mean. He was in Whitebeard in his prime, so he definitely had some capability.
Yeah, I mean he's seen some stuff, but I'm gonna try to give somebody else a little bit more credit. Kid is underrated.
I like Kid. He's another Black Force energy type of dude. He's
a
real pirate. He's a real pirate. He's like
exactly. That's one reason I love him.
Yeah. I was gonna say somebody I like a lot. I love Law a lot. Like he's just methodical. He thinks. He actually understands where he is on the skilling level. Unlike Luffy, I love Luffy, but he'll just charge into Kaido. Like I seen the chapter 10-13 get smacked again. This is his third time. Like it's no really strategy. It's just like, but Law is like, okay, look, we can't be Kaido. We have to train. We have to be split up. Like Law is actually like the brains behind the whole operation.
Yeah. And I think Luffy's gonna have to. That's one of the things that was kind of like weird to me about Luffy's character is that two big events that happened to him was that Sabo and that Marineford.
Right.
One, not being able to save Ace, and two, losing his entire crew in front of him. Right. And I'm like, I wanted to see him learn from that. And it kind of seems like he just got stronger. That's it. Like he's like, okay, now I'm stronger. I can still do the same thing, but since I'm stronger now, I don't really have to like change my way of doing things. And I'm like, I felt like that trauma should have did more of him like looking out for his crew and not just solely like, I understand he believes in his crew and that's one of the things I like.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like you're the captain, like you have to not put them in some situations where, because like just think about it, if they're not the main characters, which is a terrible take, just like to have against someone.
Right.
They would die. Like there are so many scenarios where you just think like, oh, they would have died. Like,
right.
For example, since you read the manga, you know, like Nami and Usopp, like there's scenarios where they just would have died, and it's mainly because of like situation that Luffy would put them in.
Right. Exactly. So, do you feel like that Oda is? Do you think Oda is a little overrated of a storyteller? I know there's some people that say that.
Oh man. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think he's the greatest, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think he's overrated. Because like it's a certain type of way he tells his stories. Right. And in the way he like the world building, the mystery, like he's great at all those things.
Right.
So like other things, you know, people might not necessarily like, but that's not what type of storyteller Oda is.
Right, exactly. I was gonna ask, what's your favorite arc?
Marineford.
I was on mine is Whole Cake. Marineford right there. Yeah, I love Whole Cake. Sanji's my favorite Straw Hats. That's probably why.
Oh, wow.
Big Mom is a gag. As Big Mom is a terrible Yonko to me, by the way.
100%.
She's a terrible Yonko. She's a meme at this point. But I like the appeal of Whole Cake. It reminds me of Alice in the Wonderland. I love how like Sanji's backstory with Drummer 6. I loved kind of the betrayal, and it was just funny. Not even funny. It was just crazy to see like they really came in there thinking, okay, we're just gonna get Sanji back, and like, no, this is their first time messing with someone on a Yonko level. Like I couldn't even see them being Big Mom. I don't know what tricks they're gonna have to pull to beat Kaido. Like I don't know what they're gonna have to pull. Like, I really think that like they kind of like screwed up and going to. I think honestly they should have just tried to go to Raftel or not even go to Wano. That's personally how I felt, but you know, that's just my.
I feel like there was a better way to go about fighting Kaido than actually like on his turf where he runs everything.
I mean, I understand they need the samurai. Off his turf, no, I don't think there's nobody in the world that can beat him. Personally,
1-on-1.
Yeah,
I'm the same way. I'm the exact same way.
Yeah. I mean, and I think that's a lot of people complaining. Like, I was like, this is a segue into the next thing. ask you about the Naruto versus One Piece debate. Do you think it's like how do you feel about it? Do you think it's close? Do you think it's not really that close? Like how do you feel?
Man, this is crazy because I usually avoid these things, but I actually don't think it's close though, bro. I always looked at, and that's I don't do like the whole the power scale and anything like that.
Yeah, that's lame. That's lame.
Yeah,
I'm talking about like Naruto, of course, is a like they would clap. They're universal.
Are you talking about as a show?
Yeah, show. No. As a universe, like we know fighting level that they would clap all at One Piece, but as like a show.
Oh yeah, oh man, Naruto is
OG Naruto is that ish. OG like pre Shippuden, I think is really good.
You know what's crazy? I didn't know people like OG Naruto more than Shippuden until I got on like TikTok.
Yeah, no, I do.
Because I was always been a Shippuden guy. Like me and my friends were always like people like really enjoy Shippuden.
I think with Shippuden, the thing is like it's just the pacing at times in Shippuden was way worse than OG, and it just kind of felt like we were like on some power up like each time. Let's just keep increasing. Like in the war arc, basically. The war arc is kind of really bright. And then you trying to segue into Boruto.
Yeah, I didn't like that either. I didn't like the fact that we just like was on a journey with them for so long, and then once they finally get to a certain peak, we just like completely start over. I don't necessarily like that. We really get any time with them as like the guys. But as far as like your initial question, like One Piece and Naruto, I would definitely have them around the same because there are some for me. One Piece has some low lows for me, but the highs are amazing. And like with Naruto, I think it's consistently
good. I think it's consistently pretty good. Besides the war, it's consistently pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I understand have a little bit more plot holes and stuff like that, but I think there's a lot of times I think that's for people who like trying to dissect something because like the One Piece, and I didn't realize One Piece was as big as it was either because I was always like, okay, I was a Naruto guy, but I think once Naruto ended, like the rise for like One Piece fans kind of increased.
Right, and I think One Piece doesn't. I saw a video about this. It at first, like early 2000s, it was not doing as great as Naruto because it's not as marketable as Naruto is. It's not because it takes a long time for you to get to the real plot. It's about kind of pirates are kind of played out unless you really are into it. You don't really get to like it's not really great fights. So it's really hard to get somebody into one. Like you already have to be an anime fan to be like, I want to get into One Piece.
It's a lot. You have to be connected to the character. If you get connected to any character in any story, I think you'll be good. But like if you're not connected to the character, that's why you have so many people like, hey, I'm so and so. People be like, I'm 100, 200 episodes in the One Piece. Should I keep going? Does it get better? I'm like, if you haven't connected with somebody at that point in any show, no matter what it is, like
exactly. You're gonna drop like you're wasting your time. If you still have to wait 100, like I hate the rule that like I was talking to a friend and he was saying that like he doesn't like how he doesn't like showing characters that come in that are like basically like bitches or whatever. And I was just like, well, if you have a thing where it's like Saitama, it makes the character not really feel relatable or even you can feel attached to it. So it's like One Punch Man. Everybody says it's like I've heard people say it's a great anime. I think it's pretty personally.
It's cool. Like I don't like that's another one. I don't like my heroes or the characters I'm watching to not struggle. Like I'm all big on the struggle. Every single like all my top anime, like the main character struggles, and like there's some kind of conflict. He has none. Like so I'm just like, where's the emotional attachment to this?
That's like watching. I don't know if you know this anime is newer. It's God of High School. No, God of High School. Yeah, I was thinking about but God of High School. One of the best animation of fight scenes ever, but I don't even remember the main character's name, bro.
See, I remember his name. But I understand. I know exactly what you mean because I was watching God of High School week and I was just like, man, this is good. And then it just like But like slow, only thing I'm thinking like slow down.
Yeah.
Like you're going too fast. You're not giving me enough connection with these characters. And they going through stuff. You see what they're going through, but it's just like, boom. Okay, now let's give you 6 fights, even though these fights are gonna be amazingly choreographed. A lot of people like Gallo High School has some of the best choreographed fights in all of anime. It's just that's the anime where you really thinking like this is just fights. Like there's no connection.
But here's the thing about why if I really wanted to watch fights, which I told my friend, I would go watch real life MMA fights. Like I love anime fights, but they're not like making me like, oh my gosh, that's why I'm watching anime. Like no, I watch anime for like the plot, the animation, sometimes some fan service, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't watch anime like that's wasting my time, to a sense.
Yeah.
All right, I was gonna say I had one overrated character. I think Marco. I've been seeing a lot of people love on Marco. I don't think he's like personal.
Marco.
Yeah.
Why would you say that though?
Just because I see the people just be weaving out and love like simping over. I'm just like Marco. He's okay. He's cool. He's good. But he's not like I've seen people be like he's great. He's amazing. Like he's cool. He's cool.
What about so you like Katakuri?
He's okay.
Okay.
I'm not in love with Katakuri. I think Katakuri's like people be like that was the best fighter. It was okay. Katakuri was cool.
Okay. I don't know. I gotta disagree on Marco. I don't know.
Maybe because Marco just came to Wano, so maybe I'll get more like into like what's going on with him, and I'll care more or whatever. I don't know, but I just was like, I think Marco's cool. He's cool.
Yeah, I think when I connect everything from Marineford to the past stuff to the Payback War on into Wano, it's just like the more and more I see of this character.
If the Payback War got animated, I think I would care a lot more about Marco though. I would have
loved to see that. Yeah.
Or the war, the Aokiji and Akainu War. That would have been amazing. That would have been amazing. So, all right.
One Piece got a lot of off screens.
Yeah. Sadly. I was gonna ask next question. What is one anime genre like you would not watch besides sports? Because I know you're gonna say that one probably.
Yeah. I don't really think there's one any other than sports. Because I've tried a couple of those, like slice of life. I've tried like rom-com animes. They're not just what they're not what I'm go to ever. Like I'm never gonna see one and be like, oh, I have to watch that.
Right.
But like if somebody like I lost a bet, but like me and my friend had like a little bet. Like if I recommended him a show,
right?
He recommended me one. So and the one he recommended me was Quintessential Quintuplets. So
that's solid. It's a solid.
Yeah. So I've been watching it lately. I'm on episode like 6 or so. But like
I know for a grown man it's weird to sit down and watch like high school girls like go through like I know it's like kind of like little.
But I like this storytelling too though. So it's
okay.
I like picking up on stuff like catching like that was like how this actually happened. So I don't be tripping on that.
Yeah, I feel you. So I was gonna ask you, we gotta talk about this is something I agree with you too. We gotta talk about how crazy Bleach plot armor is. Bleach. They have some of the greatest cap. Like Bleach had, the Soul Society arc, one of the best arcs in anime. I would rate like a 9.5 out of 10, right? But then you just see like I saw this in an interview. Kubo was like, I was never really a storyteller. I was just an artist or whatever. He said that he was just a good drawer, but he never wrote a story before. You could just see that like it just went down and like then your side characters get flushed out, and then Ichigo literally legit dying, not like near death, died on camera or in manga panels, and just somehow comes back to life. How do you think about Bleach? It's coming back in 2022, so.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that because I've never read the 1,000 Year Blood War, but I think when I watched Bleach, I wasn't like that critical. You know what I'm saying? I think it was a time where I was just like watching anime because I didn't watch it when it came out. I think I watched it in maybe like 2011, 2012, somewhere around now.
Right.
So I was thinking like when Ichigo came back like off just like this random thing, I'm just like, oh, like cool. Like the transformation is cool.
Yeah.
Like it's like, looking back at it now, it's like obvious those stuff is like glaring flaws and everything. But like for the most part, I'm gonna keep it a bean.
I
A lot
like
of
Bleach.
time,
I like
yeah,
Bleach. It was cool. It was cool.
I watch stuff just like for like the enjoyment factor, and like it's like Bleach is like a Transformers movie.
Right.
I'm not about to think too hard on it. I know what I want to see. I want some cool transformations, a couple of little character moments. Ichigo is legit like Sam for me, because like Sam is died in the Transformers movie. Like, how did Sam come back? It's like whatever, cool.
Yeah.
Like, so that's how I kind of look at Bleach, and a lot of other anime. Honestly,
there's a lot of anime. Like, I'm not even like overcritical. I just kind of I try to say it how it is, but it's like a lot of anime. I just like Demon Slayer. People like Demon Slayer is overrated. I'm like, bro, Demon Slayer is looked at for an anime that's just gonna get new people in the anime. That's it. It's not supposed to be a top 10 all time. If it makes your top 10, cool, great. But it's not looked at to be like the story. Yes, the storyline is basic, but that's what it's there for. It's supposed to be a gateway anime. You have to look like, you have to be like logical.
And it like works in that so much. I feel like a lot of people got into Demon Slayer. I remember when I went saw the movie recently. Like there was a girl next to me like crying during the movie. Like, and I also feel like Demon Slayer is not one of those super big story driven anime. It's more of a character study. You know, it's more about like the characters and you connected with them rather than like this big story. Which I like character studies, because like that's a lot of. I like indie films, and that's really what those are. Like they're focused on the characters more than like the overall world and everything else.
And that can be good because sometimes too much world building is just like, Oda, do we really care about Island on this, that, and this? Like sometimes it's just good to focus on just your three main.
Exactly. Like I kind of like Oda constantly like builds the world out and out and out. And so now you just have so many different things that you like worried about that fans have to create speculation for. You know what I'm saying? I kind of wish it was a little bit more, get a little bit tighter, especially coming towards like the end, which I feel like we're getting to.
Yeah, we're getting to that last at least 5 to 8 years of the anime. Yeah, I got about 3 more topics / questions for you, and then we'll call it. So, how do you feel about My Hero?
Love it.
Anime? What are you reading? Anime or manga?
I read that. I watched the anime.
Even season this, have you liked this season?
Yeah, I'm invested in the character so much. Like that's my big thing with My Hero. Like I get more excitement from My Hero than I do from any other anime right now. Like if it's not like Dragon Ball, well, it's not Dragon Ball. But like any other current anime, like every single week, like My Hero is like Saturday mornings. I'm like a kid because I'm hopping up Saturday. Like and like me and my partner, like he'll call me by 9 o'clock. Like, you don't watch the episode? Like I'm invested in those characters. I'm invested in like the students. I'm excited to see what Class 1B is all about. And I think, like I said, if you're invested in the characters or something, it doesn't matter what they're doing. Like My Hero gonna have a whole arc with them having a swimming contest to see who's the fastest. I'm probably gonna be invested in because I'm invested in those characters.
Yeah, like here's the thing. I don't hate My Hero. People have like in the past on this have told me, Chris, you hate My Hero. I said no, I don't. It's just like sometimes I wish we would just get to like. I know it takes time. It's a seasonal, so we have to wait a long time anyway. It's just that like I'm a Totoro. He's probably my favorite character on the show, right? I just feel like sometimes we give like the characters that really won't even matter. Like Class 1B, I don't care about. Like for me, I don't care about Class 1B, what they're doing, or it might matter down the story, but it's just like that. I've been kind of bored of this season. It's just like another training arc, but I know there's a time. I'm reading the manga, and it's crazy. I would tell anybody, pick it up. It's going. It's the good crazy. It's good. Just pick that up if you can. But yeah, My Hero is good. People try to like overrate it, underrate it. It's just a good show. It's a good show.
I think it's kind of like you said with Demon Slayer, how it's like a gateway anime. I kind of feel like
it's another one of those. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I do think it'll like elevate above that.
No, I don't think it's gonna be something where like you just can be like kind of like it's not gonna be gateway, but it's gonna be one of your first like 3 or 4 anime when you're these new incoming fans or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, I got a little spicy question for you. You could work with 5 female TikTokers and y'all could do anything in the room collabing wise, who you working with?
Man, it's so crazy.
Okay. It can be male too if you want. Never mind. We ain't gonna be sexist here.
Let me really think, because I'll be forgetting people's name. Renegade.
Yeah, I follow.
Ariel Stone, because I feel like she's just like on a ride. This girl Call Me Chris, who was like hilarious with the skits.
Yeah.
There's I can't think of her name. There's another one who do like anime, like kind of like skits. She's like the UA therapist.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. My whole feed's just anime TikTokers. I know what you're talking about.
Okay. And let me try to think of one more.
I can see you working good with Prince Trunks. I know he's like very mainstream now, but like I know he's like, you know who Prince Trunks is?
One of my partners put me on, but I don't think I've rarely ever seen his content.
Yeah.
I'm keeping it being. Like I rarely see a lot of anime content on my like For You page. But like those four for sure I know. Like I like all their content. And man, I'm gonna say another person. The dude Jordan, man. That dude funny.
Yeah.
That dude, him.
Funny. All right. So last question of the day. Top 5 anime all time.
Man, I hate giving my top 5. I really hate giving my top 5. But Dragon Ball, Yu Yu Hakusho.
No, Dragon Ball 1, right? 1?
Yeah.
Yu Yu Hakusho. Oh my God. Yu Yu Hakusho 2. All right, keep going.
This way gets glad right here. That third is always like switching. I'm gonna say My Hero, man.
My Hero 3?
Yeah.
Dang, I'm surprised. That's pretty high. That's pretty high.
And then I'll probably say Naruto 4, One Piece 5.
Okay. So we'll review it. Dragon Ball, Yu Yu Hakusho, My Hero, Naruto, One Piece.
Yeah, but those last 3
could be interchangeable.
At any given, it just depends on what day it is.
Yeah, but Dragon Ball, Yu Yu Hakusho above.
Yeah, those 2 all day.
Okay. All right, that's it for me, bro. Thank you for coming on. You can plug your stuff where they can find you at.
Find me on TikTok, IG, YouTube, all at One Take Big Dog. Snapchat is official Big Dog. I tend to reply to everybody who like message me and stuff. So like y'all link up with me on that. I just started a Twitch, by the way. I'm gonna start doing like
gaming
manga. I ain't got the gaming stuff. But like I'm gonna be like reacting to like mangas, Attack on Titan, Black Clover, and a couple more on my Twitch. So it's at One Take Big Dog as well. So yeah, y'all follow me on all like social media platforms.
All right, bet y'all go do that. I'll have all his stuff in the description box. You guys remember, go follow us at Anime Game Show on all platforms. Go follow my co-host Isaac.Lens. Go follow NRGap2. You guys stay safe. Peace.